Okay, welcome back to the Rellencamp MotorPress booking tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be covering how to go about adding agent bookings to the database, applying discounts, creating coupon codes, and editing booking records. So the first thing you need to understand about the way MotorPress works is that it does not have any feature that allows you to directly input a discount in the booking table. The way you go about doing this, or the way MotorPress system goes about facilitating discounts, is by the utilization of coupon codes. So coupon codes can be configured to offer specific discounts, be it either in a percentage or an actual monetary value. So let's go about how to create a coupon so we can understand a bit more about them. So once you've signed in to your account to the website backend, you'll be presented with the WordPress dashboard. So on the left, you'll hover your mouse over the bookings menu, and then you'll come over down here to coupons. This will bring you to the coupon screen. So over here, you will see a table that presents you information about the coupons that you currently have in the database. So you have the coupon title, which is the actual code that you will enter. You have the amount, so this is the discount that's offered, in this case via percentages. This will denote the amount of uses the coupon has seen, the expiration date, and its current status. So let's try creating a coupon, and we can learn a bit more about how they work. So at the top of the screen, you will see the Add New Coupon button. You'll select that, and then this will bring you to the coupon entry menu. So the first field that you will enter in is the actual coupon code. So let's go about creating a coupon that applies a 20%, or rather let's say a 60% discount. I'm pretty sure we already have a 20% one. So I just use RC, but you can apply any name. This will be the actual term that you will enter in at the discount field when you're making the booking. So we'll say RC, and let's just say 65% discount, so we'll say RC65. The next menu will be description. So we'll just say this applies 65% discount on accommodation. So the reason I specifically say accommodation is because you will see down the line that coupons can be applied to services as well. So just please note, just a quick side note, each of these menus are collapsible. So if you accidentally click on something and it appears that the field has disappeared, you just need to click on that field again and you can bring that right back. The next field that we have is the conditions, so the accommodation types. So you can create coupons that apply only to specific accommodation units. So you can create one that applies just to Sandersons or to 10.3 for self-campers and so on. And then of course the name that you give to the coupon will be appropriate to its application for the accommodation types. So in this menu, we will just create a coupon that can be used all around. So the way you would go about doing that is, so you can either select the specific camp. When you click away, you'll see whatever is highlighted in gray, that is what it applies to. If you want to select more than one, there's two ways you can go about this. You can either click and hold, and then drag down to the one that you desire. So you would click from one, so if we don't want to include Sandersons, but we want Mamazala up to 10.2, we would click and hold Mamazala, and then drag down to 10.2. Another way you can do it is you can select the appropriate one that you want to begin from. You can hold Shift if you're on Windows or Command on Mac, and then you will click up to the range that you would like. So from Sandersons to 10.3. So once again, if I start from Mamazala, I'm holding Shift, or you can hold Command, and then we can click down to 10.3. So we want ours to be for the whole camp, so I'll click here, I'll hold, and I'll drag down to self-camp. Okay. So now, the next menu we have is the accommodation discount. So this is where we set the parameters for how much of a discount this coupon applies to accommodation. So now remember, the name here is just the name. It doesn't have to necessarily be relevant to the amount of the amount of the discount that you're offering, but in this case, for simplicity's sake, we're just going to call it RC65. So if you come down here to accommodation discount, you can either say none, because you want no accommodation discount to be applied. Say, for example, if you are making one that applies only to services, and then we can say percentage discount on accommodation price, or we can say fixed discount on accommodation price. We don't utilize daily or nightly rates, so we'll leave this out. So if you want a percentage discount, you'll select percentage, and fixed is that for a specific price. So if I say percentage, and I select here in this menu for amount, and I say 65, this is now means that this coupon is going to apply a 65% discount at checkout. If I say fixed, this now will be regarded as monetary value. So this is $65 worth of a discount. So I'll just change this back to percentage. If we scroll down, We're not looking to offer any discounts on services. So services would be firewood, a monthly hike, chef services, and so on if we add anything. So we don't want to apply a discount to that, so we'll leave this as none. We come down, there's fees. So fees is usually applies if you have some sort of surcharge that you give to your clients, be it for some sort of service, or maybe it's for park rates if we're quoting for that. There's various applications that you have, but we don't charge any additional fees other than the actual cost of accommodation. So we'll say none. And then if you come down here, this is where we set usage restrictions. So you can set the expiration date for the coupon. So this is useful when you're putting a coupon out to the public for promotional purposes, but you don't want it to have any uses after a specific date. So you can set this here, so it's only active for a certain range. And then you can also set it for when guests check in or check after. So check out, sorry. So you can say that this coupon is only valid if guests are checking in after the 1st of May, for example. That's the only time this coupon will apply for them. And so this is usually for seasonal discounts. And then the same applies here for checking out before. So this is how you would set the range for this discount. You can also set that guests can only use this a minimum amount of days before check-in. So this is usually beneficial if you want to, for example, as it states here, offer early bird discounts. So if you say that a guest can use this discount code only if they, for example, they've made a booking a month in advance, so you can offer them a discount for giving a provisional booking. That's how you'd facilitate this here. And then, of course, you can say max days. So this is just to set the range for that. So this will be for last-minute discounts. Okay, then you'd set the minimum days. This all applies here. Maximum days as well that this discount is valid for. So this is usually for the stays. So if you don't want people utilizing a discount code for, say, for example, staying for one night, you would set this here. Or if you wanted only to apply for big groups that are staying, for example, for a week, you can customize this here. Then you can also add the usage limit. This is also beneficial for when you're running promotional discounts. So if you put out a coupon on social media and you say, look, use RC65 to get a 65% discount on your booking, and you can set a limit. So you can set, for example, 10. So that means only 10 bookings can make use of this discount code before it expires. So this is great. When you're putting out a promotion, you can say that, look, this discount has limited uses, so ensure that you get to booking as soon as you can. And then this will show you the usage count. This is not a field that you can edit. This will just show you how many people or how many times this booking has been used at checkout. Okay, so once we've configured all of this, we'll have to scroll back up and you can see the publish menu over here, and then we'll select publish. Okay, that's our discount code published. So if you come back out here, if we hover over bookings, we see over here coupons, we select coupons. Now we can see our table. So there it is. RC65, accommodation 65%, no discount on service, no discount on fees, and it's active. Great. All right, so now let's go about actually applying this in checkout. So as we covered in the last tutorial, you click on bookings, click on new booking up here. Then we would go to this table. I explained this is the availability search. So we'd go and check in. So please note, when you're utilizing this availability search, there's two ways. So you can either use these arrows to go forward and backwards in time, or you can make use of this menu over here. So you can notice here there's a drop-down arrow for the month and for the year. So if you click the drop-down menu, you can select the specific month. So I'll go for August, and then you can select the specific year. I'll just keep this to 2025. So I will make my booking for the 20th of August and check out on the 22nd. We'll just go for a 2-night booking. Accommodation type I'll leave as any just for the purpose of this tutorial, but I do believe I covered how this works in the last tutorial. We'll hit search. And then we can see we are presented with these options. So we're just going to do it for one. So we'll just do, for example, tent 1. We'll say reserve. Put the amount of adults, 2 adults, 0 children, no guest name. Firewood bundle will give their 5. So now let's apply our coupon code. So if we want to offer them a 65% discount, we'll enter in RC65, apply. And now it will tell us here coupon applied successfully. So if you notice now in the price breakdown, we can see our coupon RC65 is applying $130 worth of a discount. So that's 65%. And the total there is 80. This is not inclusive of services. So just please take note of that. So we can see here the total that the client has to pay is 80. If we do here for the breakdown, you can see here the accommodation subtotal was 200 before, Discount applied is $130, so now the accommodation total is $70. Adding on the firewood bundle, which comes up to $10, we see there $80. So if it's an agent, for example, and we're offering 10%, so you can also remove the coupon, for example, if you don't want to give them this discount anymore, you've decided not to, you can just simply hit remove in the price breakdown table. You can see now the value is returned at $210. So for the agents, for example, our agent coupon code is RCSTO25. We can apply that. And now you can see it's applied $20 worth of a discount, so that's 10%, so not inclusive of the firewood. So if we take away this $10, we get $220 discount, so it comes to $190. That's for our agent. So now we'll enter in our agent's details. I'll just use my email for the purpose of this tutorial. Use the camp number. Country of residence, address, no customer note, and then please ensure, it's of utmost importance, that if this booking is not confirmed, do not leave it unconfirmed, because once you press book now, it will send the client an email that their booking has been confirmed. So you need to ensure you select pending admin as to avoid an email being sent for a booking that is not confirmed. We'll then hit book now. We'll ensure that everything is in order up here in the price breakdown. Our coupon code is applied. Then we'll hit book now. So as you can see, here our booking has been created. Okay, so I went over all of these other sections. So now in this tutorial, we will focus on the additional information table. So there's a lot going on here, and this is how you can do adjustments after. So if you take note, we can see that coupon has its own field over here, and it has a drop-down menu. In this menu, it will display all the coupon codes that you have in the database, so no need for manual entry. So this is if you want to change the discount, be it some discussion with the client, whatever it may be, you can come back here, select this coupon code. You then select, say for example, we want to offer them a 30% discount, and then now it will display the booking price here. So you need to hit recalculate total price, and you can see now it's adjusted it to 150. Now take note that in the payment table, it has not changed the value to 190. That is because this is simply a calculation table. It does not change any record in here. It will also show you the updated price breakdown. However, the recorded value that the client needs to pay is still $190. So in order to now change this value in the database for the actual amount that the client needs to pay, we need to scroll back up and use the update booking menu over here. So we'll just leave it as pending admin, and then we'll say update booking. Once you've updated the booking, if you scroll back down, you'll take note that now the price has changed to $150. The coupon code has been applied for $60, which is 30%, and we can see here that the total booking price is now at $150. Okay, so after this now, we can now go into adding payments. Payments, in fact, will be covered in a separate tutorial, as if you are in charge of just mainly adding bookings to the database, then you do not need to be concerned with making payments. Okay, so this concludes the tutorial on agent bookings and coupons.